Welcome to week number 5. Sorry, I'm still just trying to get used to this kind of new seating position that I'm currently in. I had to lower my chair to actually get my head in frame. So at the moment, I'm just kind of like, Yes, this is week number 5. Last week, I talked about leaving Manchester. And so here I am in my new abode in the wonderful town of Thatcher. Not that wonderful. What's been happening this week? Everything. There has been more that's happened in the last week than I can actually take count of. It's pretty ridiculous. When I talked about coming home and coming back to my parents, I talked about the many kind of benefits to doing that, even though it can seem like a bit of a backwards move. For me, this week has all been about facing your demons. Facing the things that you really don't want to face and you just kind of bury in the past and say, I never will have to deal with that again because I'm never going to be back there. I had a lot of trouble in this town before. I'm not saying I was an absolute, rude boy. In fact, quite the opposite. I was, one of the kind of losers. It was a pretty miserable time for me. And I always judged the fact that the location, the physical location was the reason for that. This place, this physical place, was why I was the way I was. By coming back, revisiting old people from the past and looking at it with a fresh set of eyes, it's really, really helped me come to terms with my past, letting go of my past, and also tying these unresolved knots up. Well, I wouldn't say knots, more like threads. It's so satisfying to be able to deal with the past. It's pretty incredible. It's an incredible feeling letting go of that. The second thing is my relationship with my parents has been rocky, to say the least. When I was a kid, I was a nightmare. I have always been into my IT and things like that, and when I was younger, I used to pretty much just break the network or break anything I could, just because I kind of found it fun, enjoyed understanding how things work. So it was, I do feel bad for them now, but my relationship with my parents have changed. There's been conflict. There's definitely been conflict. I won't just kind of say yes to everything that they say, and some of the way we see things can be different between me and my parents. I am learning stuff from them to this day, and they are learning stuff from me. And so what's happening is we're all starting to get on this level where we're all starting to help each other as adults. It's fair to say living at home feels nothing like compared to what it was when I wanted to run away from home because it was driving me up the wall. I've been working on a project in the background to create a new video series that celebrates hardworking parents and what they do for their kids. This is something that has been in the pipeline for such a long time. Now it's come through and the project is going ahead. So I'm absolutely buzzing because this is work that will effectively pay. This is giving me the opportunity to go and meet some extraordinary people doing extraordinary things and telling their story. Compared to where I was, which was stuck behind a desk, being miserable, thinking that I can't continue to do this, and then be in a position where I can now get paid to go and film people and talk about their stories and get immersed in this is insane. It comes into a lot of things that I was talking about, whether it be persistence or being tenacious with what you want to do and following your dream and things like that. It does pay off in the end. It means that the next 2 months are going to be absolutely hectic, but it's going to be an amazing adventure, I'm sure, and I will make sure that in these weekly vlogs going forwards, I want to capture a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I want to capture a lot of the things of the day-to-day and include more clips of what's going on. I'm happy to admit a weakness. This weakness is money. Monies. I don't say I've got the best relationship with money at the moment. I have been one of the people that succumbed to financial abstraction. Financial abstraction, if you're not aware of what it is, that we very rarely deal with cash these days. we mainly just deal with it in terms of a digital perspective. We link the internet and all of these things with a kind of limitless possibility. We don't think money is real anymore. I have been pretty bad in the past with managing my money and doing all of that kind of stuff because it's not something that I pay particular attention to. And I've been talking to loads of people about this. Why do they not teach this in schools? Why do they not teach basic life skills in schools? Why do they not teach about money management? Why do they not teach about mortgages? Why do they not teach this? Why do they not teach that? That's the really important stuff here. Because really, they're your kind of keys to surviving through society. Now, my childhood was a little bit topsy-turvy, to say the least. I developed loads of good skills in one place. My skills in society, nothing short of horrendous. All of my skills are kind of unbalanced because I am still lacking some really, really essential skills to survive. You have to bear in mind, I never went to university. I never went and had the kind of uni experience of getting this. Working when I was 18, 19 years old, and I just worked since. And you can get to my age where you're like, actually, yeah, this stuff is really important. I have been learning all the basics. I've basically been studying business, cash flows, money management, investing, things like that, starting to get my mindset into the right place, so going forwards I can become far more self-sustainable, which is what I want to be doing. These barriers in life, and you can't overcome them, and they seem to be pushing harder against you, it's because you're not learning what they're trying to teach you. To be honest, I don't really care about money. I don't care about earning £100,000 or £200,000 and going, I'm happy. I appreciate it's backwards. Some people will probably laugh and go, well, that's pretty bad that you got to that age. Trust me, there are people in way worse positions than this. The other thing that happened this week is I have been consolidating. I have been trimming down. I have been focusing up. Some of you may be aware that I ran a side project called The Coaction Project, where I go and interview creatives and build these short videos that really get into the mindset of creatives and their environment and what they do. The Coaction Project was a separate brand, separate social pages, separate YouTube account, this, that and the other, and that is no longer manageable. It cannot be done. So I am now streamlining everything and pulling everything into JJ Watkinson, which is my personal brand, so I can look after everything in one place. I'm just going to put a plug in here. I put a video out earlier this week, but if you don't know already, I am on Instagram addict. Lots of stuff on Instagram. I do motivational posts, I do videos, I do live Instagram live interviews with different people, and I also do daily stories. I kind of talk about my journey and what's going on, and you get an idea of the day-to-day. If you enjoy what I'm doing, then please make sure to follow me on Instagram, at Josh_WATK. Thank you very much as always. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I shall see you in week 6.